Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you here. For years, Magisk has been the go-to tool for Android rooting, providing a systemless way to gain superuser access. It's been incredibly powerful and versatile. However, as Android evolves and device security becomes more stringent, the landscape for rooting is also changing. We're starting to see new and equally powerful alternatives emerge, and one such solution gaining significant traction, especially as we head into 2025, is KernelSU. So, in today's video, we're diving deep into how you can root your Android phone using KernelSU, a fantastic alternative to Magisk, and we'll be doing this without touching Magisk at all. KernelSU operates at the kernel level, integrating directly into the device's core. This fundamentally differs from Magisk's approach, which patched the boot image to achieve systemless root. KernelSU requires kernel support, which is why its primary requirement is a compatible kernel. Now, KernelSU requires your device to be running on a Linux kernel version 5.0 or higher. If your phone's kernel is older than 5.0, unfortunately, KernelSU won't be an option for you with the stock kernel. For our demonstration today, we'll be using this trusty Pixel 6. My Pixel 6 is currently running on a healthy kernel version 6.1, well above the KernelSU requirement, and it's running the latest Android 16 update. So, we're perfectly set up for this guide. Firstly, your phone needs to have an unlocked bootloader. Rooting involves modifying core system partitions, and the bootloader is the gatekeeper. If yours is locked, you'll need to follow the specific steps for your device to unlock it. Secondly, and critically, you need the exact factory image file for your phone's current ROM version. Think of the factory image as a complete backup of your phone's original software. We need this because we'll be extracting a specific file from it. Getting the wrong factory image can lead to serious issues, so double-check that it matches your current build number. You can usually find these on the manufacturer's official developer website or reputable community resources like XDA Developers. Download this zip file to your computer. Once you have that hefty factory image zip file downloaded, the next step is to extract it on your computer. You can use standard unzipping tools like Windows Explorer, 7-Zip, or WinRAR. We're looking for a specific file within this archive. Traditionally, for many devices, this was the boot.img file. However, and this is a very important distinction for newer devices, typically those launched with Android 12 or later, like the Pixel 7 series, Pixel 8, OnePlus 12, OnePlus 13, and many others, the boot process has changed, and you need to extract and patch the init_boot.img file instead of the boot.img. This file is usually located in the same extracted folder. Make sure you identify the correct file for your specific device. For our Pixel 6 here, we'll be using the boot.img. Now that you've identified and extracted the correct image file, copy it onto your phone's internal storage. Just place it somewhere easy to find, like the internal storage. Alright, switch over to your phone. Make sure you have the KernelSU Manager app installed. You can typically find the app on the official KernelSU GitHub page. Open the KernelSU app. Inside the app, you'll find an option to patch an image file. Tap on that, navigate to where you saved the boot.img file on your internal storage, and select it. The KernelSU app will then process and patch this image file. This process is similar in concept to what Magisk did, but it's tailored for KernelSU's kernel-based approach. The app will create a new, patched image file, typically named something like kernel-patched.img or similar. Once the patching is complete within the app, you'll need to copy this newly created patched image file back to your computer. Connect your phone to your PC again via USB and transfer the patched file. Now it's time to use Fastboot. Fastboot is a diagnostic protocol used on Android devices, primarily for modifying the flash file system via a USB connection from a host computer. To enter Fastboot mode, you usually power off your phone completely, then hold down a specific button combination, often volume down and power, while turning it back on. The screen should display Fastboot mode or similar text. With your phone in Fastboot mode and connected to your computer via good quality USB cable, open your command prompt or terminal on your PC. Navigate to the folder where you saved the patch image file. To flash the patched boot image, we'll use the Fastboot command. The command is fastboot /boot boot.img. Press enter to execute the command. You'll see output in the terminal indicating the image is being sent and written to the partition. Once the flashing process reports success in the terminal, you can then reboot your device. You can usually do this using the command fastboot reboot, or sometimes the phone reboots automatically after a successful flash. And there you have it. After your phone finishes booting up, open the KernelSU Manager app. It should now show that KernelSU is installed and active, indicating your device is rooted. You can also download any root checker app from the Play Store to confirm root access. Rooting opens up a world of possibilities for customizing and controlling your Android device, and KernelSU provides a robust way to do it in 2025. Remember, while powerful, rooting does carry risks. Always ensure you have the correct files for your device, understand the potential implications, and proceed with caution. Having that factory image file on hand is also crucial for recovery if anything goes wrong and you need to revert. So that's the process for rooting your Android phone without Magisk using KernelSU. I hope this detailed guide was helpful. If you have any questions or run into issues, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful, and subscribe to the channel for more Android tutorials and tech content.